I get a lot of questions of where's the gas tax money come from and where does it go? C program is a partnership with the DOT and the local transportation committees. This started back in, I believe, the late 40s, 50s when they started these farm roads, the old dirt roads, farm to market. They decided to start paving them. Once they paved them, they realized they didn't put money aside to maintain these roads, so they started the C program. The C does not mean county. There's a program A, program B, and program C. Back in 2017 legislation they passed, they're going to add gas tax every year up to 2017. We're up to 28 cents is the current gas tax, 3.99 cents per gallon. That's what goes into our C fund pot in Columbia. They get that money, and that money is distributed among the 46 counties in South Carolina. There's a formula they come up with. Our Anderson County receives around $4 million annually, give or take a little bit. That next one, that 33.3% of that money that comes has to go to state roads. The county doesn't get that money either. Our committee is made up of 7 members. The delegation appoints those members, not Roads and Bridges, but our Public Works, Brittany Burdett and Holt Hopkins actually administer that program for the county. So we get the money to Anderson County. We manage all the contracts, engineering, and all of that. I have to go and apply for that money. It's not a given that the county's going to get it. All the municipalities in the county also submit to apply for their money. This is the only funding that we get in Anderson County. This is our money that we get. It's about $2 million. It's about out of that $4 million I was talking. Paving's expensive. So when I say we get $2 million a year, paving 1 mile of good road could cost $400,000. Most of our roads are in that area of reconstruction, and that could be $800,000 to $1 million to reconstruct a whole 1 mile of road. So when I get $2 million, it doesn't go very far. We have 1,538 centerline miles to maintain in Anderson. I'm working with County Council, as we've been for the last few years, trying to come up with a funding solution. It's hard for our department to plan when we don't know what money we're going to be getting. And we may, there for a while, I'd get $2 million, and then I'd get $3 million, and then I'd get 0. And so it's hard to make even a 5-year plan when you have funding like that. So we're working on that. Our main job right now with the funding we have is to keep those average from falling into that poor category. Really just maintenance is all we can do with the money that we have. They call and say, I've got something wrong with my road. And I say, is it a county road? How do I tell? Is it a county road? So whenever you see a road sign, that C up here, if it has a C in it, that is a county road. This one might be hard to see, but in that same, there'll be an S on that sign. That is a state road. We do have an app, acsc.gov. First one, report a problem. If it's a pothole, it goes straight to our pothole crews. They fix it. Instead of having to get transferred, 2 or 3 times, you can go here and report it, and it'll go to the right people. acsc.gov, we get hundreds of phone calls a day, and if it goes here, it goes straight to that crew, that supervisor, and it bypasses our office staff. Some of them will hit a pothole going to work or going to the store, use this app, and on their way home it's filled. There's a proximity setting in that system that if they're out and about and they have one, they go and fix it. So it is a really good app. We have a lot of anonymous people that like to sign up, and if you have a problem, I don't have a way to get back to you. So if you would put a phone number or an email so we can follow up and say, hey, sometimes we don't see the issue that you saw. For the county, we have a work order system that all of our roads are in. Every 3 to 5 years, we try to inspect those roads, and it'll give us an OCI, it's an overall condition index. And once we have that, it depends on where that condition falls is what method we use to redo that road. Is it just a simple pave over it? There's a new method, cement modified base, which digs the dirt. We put cement in it. They set that up, and that is a new, harder base, and that's what we're really looking to do with all the heavy traffic that we are seeing. Anderson County is blowing up, economics, just people who want to move here. To save money, we also do a asphalt in place. We will grind up the asphalt pretty much like a tiller. It comes in and tills up the dirt, asphalt, grinds it all together. We add a little bit of the liquid back into it, so we don't have to haul anything out. We can just put it back and they just pave right over it. Because we don't have that money, right now we're in a maintenance preserving these roads with crack sealing. We'll come back over and we can do a treatment on it to get us another 5-10 years out of a road. We've done the numbers, and I think we really, to get caught up, we need about 15 million a year is where we should be spending to really just get caught up, because we haven't put roads first in probably 2 decades. We're looking at a $10 million bond to get these roads going and pave them and bring them up, but then there's no money to maintenance. So I have a maintenance crew. We are able to pave. For most paving, we do contract all that out. Finding contractors are hard to come by right now. We're facing that with our CTC of maybe no one bidding on our projects. So then what do we do? So we look maybe going back to using in-house staff. One option is a road fee. That's what most of the counties in South Carolina have, some type of road fee. We're looking at that before COVID, and then once COVID hit, we cut that off. There is a penny sales tax, kind of like the school districts do. They do have a capital sales tax that we could do that would generate enough money. We've estimated that at around about 25 million. So the Department of Revenue takes all the gas tax money, that 28 whatever cents it is right now, that money goes into a big pot, okay, and then they divvy that across all 46 counties. So take a big pot, split it, comes down. One of the regulations on that money, it has to be spent on DOT roads. So they're going to send it to you, but you have to spend it on rural state roads. And then the other half we get to do counties and municipalities with.